Catholic Charities, and I'll be sending you a flyer and an email about it so you'll get more information about who's the speaker. And I'm really excited about the speaker because she's known throughout the country and she's an expert in her area. She's going to be talking about suffering and different theologies of suffering and how we deal with that. So I think it'll be really good. She's really renowned. Another topic for housekeeping is we're going to be having new training for new ministers of care, and it's going to be in February, on February 9th and 16th. Those are 2 consecutive Saturdays. So if you happen to know anyone that you think might be a good minister of care, tip them off to have them give me a call, and I'd love to meet with them and give them the information and see if we can get some new ministers of care on board. I'll also send you an email of the outline for those days, because sometimes people like to come to a session or 2 and just get a refresher. So you're welcome to come to any or all of it, whatever you would like. Another item is just a reminder, we've been doing a really great job with the hospital on the new schedules, how you write in your number of how many visits you have. I just wanted to make some clarifications because there's still a little bit of confusion about what to write down for a number. And we're no longer counting communion, so we're no longer counting how many hosts we distribute. So if you go to a room and distribute 6 hosts, it still counts as 1 visit. So just so we don't inflate our numbers too much, just to keep that in mind. So a visit is defined as if you pray with them or if you bring them communion. Is there any question about that we need further clarification? No? Okay. Let's see here. Another helpful reminder that I just want to review is about the Eucharist. I know sometimes we're trying to just maybe make small talk, or we feel very protective of the reverence of the Eucharist, and I just want to give a reminder that we don't need to police the Eucharist. And when I say that, I mean we don't need to try to gauge whether or not the person is worthy of receiving the Eucharist. This is something that's on their conscience, and that we need to respect the patient's conscience and where they are at in their faith, and where they're at with the Lord and where they're at with the church. So we don't need to be trying to determine, should I really be giving this person Eucharist or not? Because that just opens up a whole can of worms. And if you think about it this way, when you go to Mass and you're in line, the communion line, there's no one who is, kind of checking on you and the state of your soul before they give you communion. So think of it that way. And that way you don't even have to feel guilty about, should I have given it to them or not? It's not on your conscience. Does that make sense? Okay. The name tags, I want to thank, I don't know if he's here. Is John Silver here? I haven't seen him. He came tonight, unfortunately. He works nights. One of the ministers of care made those name tags for us, so I'm very grateful to him. It took a lot of work trying to make that logo, and what we were trying to accomplish was to have the cross so we can see that maybe the hospital staff can see, okay, this is from a Christian-based community, and maybe understand or recognize the Eucharist to help us give us some more visibility. So I'm really excited about that, and you can take those home with you tonight, wear them with you when you're on your visits. Let's see here. I think that is all for housekeeping. Is there any? Yes?
Can I just say, some people don't see the blue slips and the old census sheets. They're being left piling up. Today I went in, there were about 6 blue sheets, and they dated from Sunday. And they'd all been taken care of before they signed off on them.
Okay.
But they're not getting put in the shredder box.
Okay, that's a good reminder, because I've noticed that myself. I think people, with the change over, because for a while we were saving those blue slips, but that's a good reminder. We're not saving the blue slips anymore, so if you went to give communion and the person was there, then you can just count it as one of your visits and put it in the shredder along with your visiting report. If, of course, the person wasn't there, then you can put it back in the box for the next minister of care to attempt the visit. But thank you, Mary Ann, for bringing that up. Anything else? Okay. Well, then with that, I want to introduce our speaker, JeanWirpsa. She has been 25 years as a board-certified chaplain in HIV/AIDS work, pediatrics, hospice, and oncology. And I know a lot of you have run into her in the hospital, especially if you're at Prentice, because she spends most of her time at Prentice focusing on the oncology patients there. She also collaborates a lot with Father Bill Moriarty, and she also works with teaching the chaplain interns that are there, which, by the way, David Gordon, if you want to raise your hand, I want to congratulate David because he got into the CPE program, which is the chaplaincy program over at Northwestern, and just started, last week? Yeah, so that's a really major feat. It's not easy accomplishment to get into a CPE program, so we're really excited for him. So with that, I will turn it over to Jeannie. Thank you. If you want to give her a welcome.